Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone in today's class for the 6th elementary grade. Our textbook is Weekend 3 and today inshallah we will cover Unit 8, Life's Ups and Downs Phonics Practice on page 113. It will be presented by me, teacher Mazen Harbi, and the sign language by Mr. Fawaz Al-Aqil. So let's begin. So quick revision in our last lesson. In our last lesson, we had an interesting reading where what we read about a text that is called A Fun Day. And we read about what Muhammad wrote about his day. Let's read it now one more time so we can know what is the exercise we have learned from this text. So, a fun day. Read what Muhammad wrote about his day. Yesterday, we went to an adventure park. Our father drove us there. My sister and I saw some friends from school and played with them. Then we went on rides with our parents. It was great fun. After the rides, Dad got me a burger. My sister didn't want one, so he got her an ice cream. We were really good, so Dad promised to take us again next week. I can't wait. So here Muhammad talk about how fun he had with this adventure park. Not only him, but even with his father and his sister. So Muhammad explained what the things that he did and what even the meal that he had. So what we did last time when we read this text is to rewrite it again and change some of the pronouns that Muhammad used. For example, Muhammad mentioned in his reading that he saw me when he said that when he talks about his father, he saw me. Then we can use this phrase, he saw me, to he saw him. And also, Muhammad talked about that when he and his sister went on a ride, and he says that he drove us. He drove us about his father. So we can change he drove us to he drove them. He drove them. So we can change the pronoun so we can have a new story. So here an example of how we can change the object pronouns, and also that will help us to rewrite the story again. So for example, yesterday Muhammad went to an adventure park. So this is the first change. We changed the pronoun I and we change it into Muhammad. Muhammad went to the adventure park and their father drove them there. And here is the second change. Instead of saying our father, we said their father. And instead of saying drove us, we said drove them. And Muhammad and his sister saw. So here we also change. Instead of saying I and my sister saw, here we change it and we make it like Muhammad and his sister saw. And after this, after the rides his father got. Muhammad in his writing said after the rides my father got. So here we change my father to his father. So this is how we can rewrite a story. This is how we rewrite the story, by changing pronouns as these. This will help us to have better understanding on how to write English. And after this, in the first phonics practice we had last lesson, we had something we called the polite vowels. The polite vowels, where first what we had to do is to listen and say, to listen to different words that starts with these sets of letters. For example, AI or AY and EA and EE. And we said that sometimes we can come across words that has these two sets of letters. And after this, we said that when we listen to these letters, it's important that we point and say the keywords and listen again and check. So let's remind ourselves of the words that we have learned from last lesson, and that starts with these sets of letters: AI, AY, EA, and EE. So, a quick reminder of the first sets of letters. The first one is AI. AI, words with AI like rain, rain. This is a picture of a rain that has A and I letters. And the second word, which is that has AI letter, which is chain, chain. This is a picture of a chain. And the third one is that has AI letters, which is a train, train. This is a picture of a train. And also another word that has AI, which is snail, snail. This is a picture of a snail. And also we talk about the other sets of letters that ends with A and Y. Like for example, day, day, any day of the week. And sometimes we come across some of the days that ends with day, like for example, Sunday, Saturday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and so on. And another word that ends with A and Y, like hay, hay. This is a picture of a hay. And also the other word that ends with A and Y, like the month May, May. And also another word with A and Y sets of letters is a highway, a highway, a highway. This is a picture of a highway. So also the other sets of letters that we practiced and learned last time, which is E and A, like peach, peach. This is a picture of a peach. And also another word with E and A sets of letters is meat, meat. This is a picture of a meat. And another word with E and A, which is seal, seal. This is a picture of a seal, an animal that lives in the sea. And also one of the actions that we do when we study and at home, which is read, read. This is a picture of a boy who usually read. And also, and now we talked about also a new sets of letters, like for example the double E. And also we showed a couple of words with these sets of letters, like week, week. These are the days of a week. And also another word, which is cheese, cheese. This is a picture of a cheese. And also the color green, green. Also the word green has two E's inside of this word. And also an action that we do at the end of the day or at night, which is sleep. Sleep. Very well. So these were most of the words that we learned from last lesson. And phonics practice, the first one. So today we're going to read also similar words but with different sets of letters. So our objectives at the end of this lesson that we hope you were able to point and say the keywords with words that ends with E and Y, and also words ends with I and E, and also words with ends with that has O and A, and words that ends with O and E, and words ends with O and W, also words that has U and I, and also words that ends with U and E. So here we have different letters, and of course we're going to point, listen, and say to different words. So to begin with, I would like you to open your books on page 113. I would like you please to open your books on page 113. So the first word we have here is words that ends with E and Y. So here we're going to listen to a couple of words. What I would like you to do is to listen to me, to say it after me, and also to point. So let's start with the first word. The first word we have that ends with E and Y, which is monkey. Monkey. Say with me, monkey. This is a picture of a monkey. Also, the other word that ends with E and Y is donkey. Donkey. Say with me, donkey. This is a picture of a donkey. And also, another word that ends with E and Y, which is money. Money. Say with me, money. This is a picture of a money. And also, the last word we have for today that ends with E and Y, which is honey. Honey. Say with me, honey. So this is a honey jar where it has honey inside. Also, now we're going to listen to words that ends with I and E. The first, as we did, we're going to listen, to say with the teacher, and to point as well. So the first word we have is pie. Pie. Say with me, pie. This is a pie that we usually eat in the morning with milk. And also, the second word that ends with I and E, which is tie. Tie. Say with me, tie. This is a tie, a formal clothing. And also now, new words that has the O and A in the middle. Not necessarily at the end, but in the middle, as we can see here. Let's listen to this word and say them again. Boat. Boat. Say with me, boat. This is a picture of a boat which usually sails on the sea. Next we have coat. Coat. Say with me, coat. This is a picture of a coat which we usually wear in cold times. And next is goat. Goat. Say with me, goat. This is a picture of a goat. And next we have goal. Goal. Say with me, goal. Also, goal is another word that has O and A in the middle. So, the next word we have that has O-A in the middle, which is toast. Toast. Say with me, toast. So this is a picture of a toast, which is a piece of bread. So now we finish with words with O and A. Now we will continue with words that ends with O and E. So the first word we have is toe. Toe. Say with me, toe. These are the toes. These are the toes. And here we have another person. His name is Joe. 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 So here another boy. His name is Joe. And now we will talk about words that end with O and W. And the first word we have is window. Window. Say with me, window. This is a picture of a window. And snow. 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 This is also a picture of a snow that it usually falls in winter. And crow. 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 This is also a picture of a bird, which its name is crow. Now we're going to talk about words that has U and I in the middle. Words like suit, 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 which is a formal clothing. And the next word is juice, juice, juice. Also juice, which is a drink that we usually drink in different times. And finally, the last word that we have, or the last sets of letters we have, is the words that ends with U and E, like glue. Glue. Say with me, glue. And the color blue. Blue. Very well. And the last word we have that with the UA sets of letter, which is Tuesday. Tuesday. Now, at the end, it is important that you are able to point and say keywords with the letters EY, IE, OA, OE, OW, UI, and UE. And now, my dear student, we have reached the end of our lesson. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.